Hey traders, update for after 4th of July weekend. And yeah, as I mentioned 10 days ago, haven't been doing a lot of videos because it's just been a trickle up trend trade. And yeah, broke out to all time highs and almost 25, 30% off, 30% up in 3 months from that big rinse out in April. So what's next? Well, they're talking about the tariffs and yada, 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 yada. But anyway, when you have this strong of a bull market, there's no need to really look past maybe the 5 or 10 day balances for um, levels. For example, this is a 10-day candle chart. And today, yeah, we pulled right back. I mean, we're at 62.62 right now in the Asian Open. We did get down to 62.40. Let me scroll back on today. Yeah, 62.46 was the low at like 11:30. So respecting again those fib levels, let me switch it to a 5 day. And again, buy the dip is all I ever mention and talk about because that's what pays. And looking at this chart right here on a 5 day, you'll see this. I'm literally looking at that rinse from the 11:45 today Pacific Standard Time, which is 2:45 um, Eastern Standard Time. But it's amazing how similar they look. The candles from a 15-minute chart up to like a 5 day chart, or even when you start to look at stuff on like a 1 minute chart, they're literally really, really, really similar. So that being said, with the noise and the breakout of all-time highs, yeah, it isn't going to be surprising that we get a little bit of a pullback. So as people wait to buy some less expensive prices. So I'm going to add another Fibonacci here to the 10-day or the 15-day. And the 15-day is 61.8975 corresponds with the 61.8% and the 21%. So if we do get, and you have to keep in mind that, at these levels, a 63-point drop is only 1%. So like today, 63.30 to 62.60 is like a 1%. It's not a big deal, you know. So even I would be surprised if we got even to 61.90. But if we do, that is pretty substantial support area here. Bunch of different reasons why. Daily chart. You're right in the middle of the 8 moving average, the 20 moving average. This Fibonacci buy zone at 6,200 round number. So 61.90 to 6,200. I'm taking notes myself. 61.90 to 6,200 is a major, 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 major bounce area. There's going to be a ton of orders there if we get any tariff volatility. And if that doesn't hold, there'll be a ton of orders at the 61.58, which is the 20 moving average. I'm making notes on my my charts also. So, and there is our low at the 62.45. But again, interesting how, it just respects these levels and everyone falls in line and buys these levels. So while I trade smaller time frames for day trading, I like to look at the 15-minute chart and then even enter on the 1 minute and 30-second. It's good to have a daily chart up, especially on these pullbacks if you're trading long or where the bounces are, because today, you know, um, without this, you're kind of wondering where it's going to go on a smaller time frame. But this gives you like an idea of, it's just not bouncing today and it's weak on a 30-second chart. And there's just no up oomph to it today. And you can tell by the bounces. You'll be like, okay, where's it going to reverse to, and where's the oomph going to get back into it? And then that's why you look at these levels on the daily. So we've had two, and we'll see what happens. It's already bouncing pretty substantially. Got a nice 10-point bounce off the 62. I mean, it opened at 62.62, went down to 62.54, and is now up to 62.62. So not a lot of further downside, while at the same time, we're kind of going to be in this lateral range, I suspect, for a while as we get into these summer months too. There's a little bit of a line right there, but it got breached, so I'm not really liking it. So we're just going to stick with the Fibonacci's on the daily and keep an eye on those, especially when you look at this RSI and just, we're above the 70 mark. I mean, even on the 15-minute a couple times last week, it was like at 90, almost at 90. It was just absolutely insane. I think it was this day before the 4th of July. It was just, when it was getting up here, it was the 15-minute RSI was like 88, 89, and it would not break. So just impressive. So, but we did take out, 1, 2 days of lows here. So definitely a little bit of, buyers are exhausted a bit. Where are they going to look to get back in? They're going to look to get back in, in this area. So again, coming back to the 5-day balance. So now we have, let's say, 7th of July, the 6th, the 3rd, and I call them that the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our 5-day balance is right here at this 62.34, 62.28, 62.23s, like almost a week. Well, let's just look at the weekly. Yeah, 62.20 is the weekly. Okay, so levels for tomorrow, I'm going to switch over to 15-minute chart. It has broken back above the 8 and the 20 of the 15-minute chart. Can't quite get back above the 50 RSI. I'm gonna mark it yellow. Yellow as in like, green light go, red light stop, yellow. Oh, what's going on? Okay, so for tomorrow, it's look for range bound. I'm looking for some sideways consolidation tomorrow unless there's some major news. So that low of 62.46, look for it to be uh, taken out, but then a bounce. So I'm liking the 62.40 area, 62.38 is a bounce, 62.34 is a bounce. And if we don't get any bounces, because shorts will definitely be covering quickly in this market. Um, so don't think that they're just going to roll over and just, oh my God, yeah, you want to hold those for long. You don't. So that's why we're always buying the bounce. So, and then we're back into this fib levels that I talked about on the broader time frames. And if we don't get like a 20-point bounce from here to, back up, and there's going to be a descending trend line. Let's just go ahead and draw it, start to draw it, and it'll start to build a bull flag. So yeah, today was an example of a sell fade today, and we may be in a little bit of a sell fade right now as we bounce up, hit this trend line. And we kind of do this for the next few days until we get down into this level in here, this 62.15 level, that 6190 to 6200 level that I talked about, in which case then we'll break out of that bull flag, bull pennant upward trend line. So for tomorrow, look for sideways range bound. There'll be opportunities for both shorts and longs. For the longs, there may be light traction on the bounces. So look for only like 3 to 5 points on the bounces. All right, trade them well.